everybody? I am the host with the most, Killer D. And I gotta say, let's talk, man. But I gotta say, I do have my co-host. And let's just say, she's the hottest bitch of EWA, Miss Christine.
Whoop, whoop.
And Lenora, saw your comment. I didn't forget the countdown this time, numbnuts. Ha ha ha. Now, what a crazy show we had last night.
Of course.
I mean, I don't know if you watched it. I don't know, Christine, if you watched it last night, but
I've heard bits and pieces of it. I was on a conference call for an interview. I mean, it took up a lot of my time. So I wasn't able.
I don't know. I'm looking. Hold on. Let me look at something. Hey, you notice this? What do you see right there, Christine? You see a countdown start?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. There's a countdown. How you doing?
But the show.
Yes. Back to high news. I mean, let's talk, man. But seriously, let's talk. We have our first guest. He is the longest reigning, defending Starlet champion, the one and only Ruby Knight. Ruby,
can you repeat that one more time?
You heard what I said.
One more time for the people in the back.
All right, longest reigning, defending, and record-setting Starlet champion.
And don't you ever forget it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now, Ruby, I know you were watching, the show. I know you were watching the show, and as you see, you had tonight, this coming Monday, you have a non-title match against a new opponent.
Yeah, Ryan Duke.
Now, Ryan Duke put up a hell of a fight yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
Absolutely. From what I gathered.
And wow, what an impressive debut he had yesterday, even though he took the loss. So, and up to a retrospective, since you had a week off, how you been?
I've been good. I was I wasn't at the arena yesterday. Of course, I was doing a lot of promotion for EWA, and being that as it may, in this Thursday, if I could bring this up, since UWO is coming back, I have a big match coming up against another good opponent of mine who is basically a brother like me, basically a brother to me, Bane Toretto, in a Cage of Vengeance match for the UWO Hybrid Championship.
No, we're not talking about UWO. We're here in EWA.
Well, I know. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. The owner of UWO, and there is only one certain match I'm allowed to talk about.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
That is okay. But you've been doing a lot of stuff for EWA.
Back to EWA. Yes, I do have a match with Ryan Duke. And yes, he had a very impressive match last night. And even though he took a loss, I commend him from that. And basically, this is going to be a new challenge because, basically he's a new opponent for me. But let's just see what he does. If he does what it takes. If he could beat the Starlet champion. Because if he does, then he'll also be in line for a shot for the Starlet title. And you know what? Being the fighting champion that I am, I will get that to him if he can get the job done. But can he get the job done? Can he? Who knows?
Now, you had an impressive pay-per-view match over at Fallout against Dante Hart.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, I was there calling the action, and they always say it's this close, but Dante was really close to beating you.
Close to beating me, but my heart is very full and my heart is very pure. And I always give my heart in and out of the ring. And I knew for a damn fact I was not going to let him beat me with a Starlet title. So I knew I had to fight for my legacy. I knew I had to fight to have this Starlet title still around my waist. And I knew I had to bring the fight.
Right.
Because, yes, if he haven't seen my match with John Reagans, trust me, he knew I was going to bring a fight to him.
Yeah, you did bring the fight over here to him. You're absolutely right.
Absolutely.
Christine?
Because he can't. Because
Yep.
when I beat Dante, he knew he can't do it like me. He can't walk it like I talk it, because I walk it like I talk it when I drop it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, indeed. Christine?
Now, you are going up against Ryan Duke again on the
Again?
upcoming show Fight Night
Mm-hmm.
that is non-title.
Mm-hmm.
If he pins you, do you see him being the next challenger for your Starlet Championship?
Well, yes. I mean, hell, look at John. He beat me, and I gave him a shot. So yes, if he does beat me, he is automatically apply to have a match for the Starlet title, because that's what a fighting champion does. I don't want to sit back in the locker room and do nothing and not have this as an accessory. I want to prove to everyone at EWA that I am a fighting champion, and what I do is what I do best, and that is to fight, because I refuse to stand down and take a beating. I'm going to give a fight, because that's what I know how to do in life.
You're absolutely right. You've been a fighting champion. You're the longest Starlet champion. You passed Lenore on her reign as champion. Now, now, I haven't asked the question in a while. That day of your ladder match at the pay-per-view with Lenore, is there any affiliation with you and Darius?
No, there was no affiliation between me and Darius. I mean, I know we had a past, but I still don't understand why he interfered in that match, because Lord knows I did not want to win that way, because I want to win fair. But
that's true.
Still, I had no affiliation, and I don't know if he has affiliation with me, but still, I still get it. But hey, when you see opportunity, you just have to go and take it.
You're absolutely right.
And I refuse to not let opportunity slip in my hands.
You're absolutely right. Well, before you go, this is the time that we do. Any last words for your opponent, Ryan Duke?
All I gotta say to Mr. Duke, make sure you bring the fight and step your pussy up, because you know I will.
No.
All right. Well, Ruby
then.
Knight, thank you for the time on coming on, and good luck in your match this Monday.
Thank you.
All right.
Wow.
Ruby
Great
Knight.
way to kick off High News.
Way to kick off High News. Yes. Now, this next person I am bringing on. I was, like I said, I had talked with the owner of UWO, and this is the only time I'm allowed to talk about it. He's in a 6-way dance. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2-time Hall of Famer, the many accolade of history this guy has, the one and only King of Chaos, Chris Chaos.
Oh.
Chris, welcome to High News again. Good to see you from last week.
Thank you. Looking lovely as always, Christina.
Oh, thank you.
I love seeing you smile. Seeing you smile makes my day.
No.
Let's get the brass tacks. This coming Friday, is it? That you're taking on 6 other men.
4 other men and 1 woman.
All right, 4 other men and 4 other men and a woman. What are your thoughts with the 6-way dance?
Well, I said what I said earlier, and I meant what I said. The true American, the honest to God, true all American, will win. I know who that is. The UWO fans know who it is. The roster knows who it is. Just the other 5 are clueless.
Oh, Christine?
Now, Mr. Chris Chaos, you are in this 6-way match for the All-American Championship. Well, true American Championship. Who do you think poses as the biggest threat in this match?
You know, it's funny you asked me that. You guys asked me that a week ago, and I told you then that Casey, maybe Jimmy Dean, aka Johnny Dean, were in that mix. But Crowley, I was keeping my eye on. Now, we're like 48 hours away from Showtime. One of the biggest wars probably in my career. And I tell you right now, the only man I'm truly concerned about is Crowley. Because the thing is, while every superstar, all those, Casey Moran, Johnny Dean, Darius, and Sam Black, while the 4 of them are amazing competitors in their own right, the thing above everything else that Crowley has and that I have, that the other 4 don't,
Yes.
is very specialized, very specific training, which gives us a very specific set of mindsets. And the odds aren't in our favor. But the thing is, we were built to face odds greater than us.
Of course. They say the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
That is true.
And that's all. It is okay to be afraid. It's more courageous to stand up and admit to fear. And I would be sitting here amiss if I said there wasn't a part of me that wasn't a little afraid. Because when you get one-on-one, tag team, triple threats, those fatal 4-ways, those are all, unpredictable. But when you get 6 people inside that ring, anything that can go wrong can possibly go wrong. And so there, you have to be so much more aware. And again, guys like Crowley and I, we're trained to have eyes in the back of our head.
You're absolutely right. Now, Chris, I know you haven't really been booked here lately over here in EWA. So how have you been with the talent that you've been watching? And who keens your eye?
Well, if I told you all of that, then there wouldn't be any secrets anymore. I enjoy watching EWA. No lie. I have my favorites. I have my eyes drawn to certain individuals. I have let's say, a healthy admiration for a couple. But that doesn't mean that necessarily something might not happen. I mean, they always say never, right?
Yeah, that is true. Never say never.
As the Undertaker said during his Hall of Fame speech.
Who's to say that someone might scratch that itch, might push that button, might say just the right thing, or do just the wrong thing. And I decide to take matters into my own hands. And I mean, I've been labeled the enforcer for years, so
Mr. Chaos, someone's saying hello to you.
fuck man. He is hilarious.
Yes, he is. But, Mr. Chaos, this is that part of the show where, before you go, any last words to your competitors and the EWA roster?
I promise you that the 5 left laying will get a proper burial.
Oh,
And maybe I'll be nice and give you some honors to go with it.
Oh, wow.
oh, geez.
All right. Well, Mr. Chaos, I always appreciate you coming on the show.
Stay beautiful, Christina.
And good luck in your match in UWL.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. Wow.
Man,
Strong
it
work.
is spooky season. Wanting
It
to
is
bury
spooky.
bodies.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Spooky season indeed. A lot of
A lot of bodies gonna hit the floor.
what about boobies hitting the floor?
I said bodies.
Oh, bodies hitting the floor. All right. Well, the next person I'm bringing on, I say she, had an impressive match over at Fallout and had to watch a number one contender spot match happen. Not only that, she was part of the tag team title match rematch here in EWA. The
Right.
Intercontinental Champion, the one and only Lenore Len.
My favorite.
Hello.
Go ahead, Christine. All yours.
Oh, Lenore, it's such a pleasure to see you. I love your work. Oh,
I know you always do.
so Miss Lenore, you are I mean, is I need to say this. Do you think Darius is coming back to try to go after the Intercontinental Championships in the future?
Who knows? Can the people in the Oblivion? What?
Don't worry. Continue with your words.
Okay. You gave me a squirrel moment, darn it. God dang. On.
Darius Jones possibly coming back, taking the IC title.
Knowing my
In the
history
future?
with Oblivion and knowing how Raven recently came back because of what Malachi's been doing. So I might not be surprised if that little thorn comes back. But it's up in the air at this moment in time. Even though I might have my doubts.
Well, I mean, Lenore, I don't know if you've been watching, but there's been a countdown.
I
Lately.
noticed the countdowns.
Now, what is your take on that? The last one, it said Oblivion is coming, so your take on
It
that?
is what it. I think it might be meaning the whole Oblivion coming back or Darius or whatever. Like we need to figure out a plan for the pad to get things done out of that because there's so much dealing right now, dealing with the uncomfortable, with that situation, what they did to Brooks last night. And what's going on happening now?
Right.
Well, speaking of the ungovernable, you and your counterpart in the pact, John Reagans, are in a tag team match in the main event of Fight Night against the ungovernable. DMB and Jackson Fury.
First thing, it might be the first time I ever faced DMB. Might be my first time facing him and his partner, so that might be a little bit of interesting chemistry. We'll see how that's going to be in the ring, knowing we never faced off before. So there's that little nugget. But hey, I face big men, small men, men in between.
Right.
Do you have any final words for them? Any motivation you have for this match?
Oh,
You were saying, Lenore? Hello, Lenore. Hello.
sorry, got a little message going on. It's been busy around here since trying to get get back to where we are training and everything since the whole attack and calling out people since last week, trying to regroup, making sure everything's back to being kind of normal for us, air quotes, whatever normal is around here. Knowing that we have Malachi, we got and we got his glitch person with a smile. I don't know much about that.
I don't know who that was either, but that scared the shit out of me, man.
I don't know the full story on that, but it's weird. It's weird. But back on to the part at hand. I am going to try to see who gets the upper hand on this because, again, first time we've ever faced off with each other. Curiosity is to be who gets the better of the both of the curiosity is there.
Right. Now, Lenore, yesterday you had a tag team title rematch against Fame and Fortune. And your buddy, Brody, not only called you the bag handler of the pact, but you also took the pin from Brody.
Uh-oh.
Your thoughts on that?
I try to not to have history repeat itself with my relations with Brody. The last time I was in a tag team match against him. But one thing for sure is at least the pageant tried to stab me back because of me having that loss. But hey, that's on a different faction at a different time. Yeah. That was back when Brody was full in the MMA before he went to Hollywood. He still got the little bit of the move still left in him. But I still think he's still stuck in his Hollywood head. He's still trying to get that old side of him out, but trust me, that's going to take a long time coming for him to actually think that he's still being that same old Brody Cross again.
Well, Lenora, someone is actually speaking to you.
Whoever says that, I've been best of luck for that.
Now, Lenore.
Yes.
You have now another match against Tyler Extreme at the next pay-per-view Apocalypse as he won the number one contenders match last night.
Oh.
Your thoughts?
Oh, Beyonce, I was happy that he beat Ryan Days. Oh, I was so happy, to be honest with you. Because somehow Extreme did put in the most of the work in that. So let's see what happens round 2 be like.
Right. Christine?
So, since Brody Cross pinned you, are you considered a cupcake?
We don't talk about that.
Whoa. What's Christine? What is this cupcake you think you're talking about? I'm hungry now.
We don't talk about that.
Are you sure?
I mean, he did call you a cupcake.
Long ago, before you started calling Mr. Hollywood. God, I thought that good. Nope.
Go ahead. You got something to say? Say it.
No, that's between me and Brody right now. You two, way to open that can of worms, Christine.
I'm just trying to figure out if you're a cupcake or not.
No, God, head up with that bloody can of worms. You always do this.
I mean, I would find you a very desirable cupcake. Now, any final words for your opponents at Fight Night, or any final words to your new number 1 contender for Apocalypse, Tyler Extreme?
Okay, for Extreme, I just hope that he can handle see what happens next time on round 2. Because everyone knows that maybe he might get the upper hand, but again, I've been being on top of my game, even though yes, I have a few hiccups in it, but I still keep on retaining my championship. I beat Malachi, I beat Sarah, and I beat every contender trying to get my title off of me, and I still kept it.
That you did. All right. Well, Lenore, you take care. Good luck in your match. In the main, you're part of the main event this coming Monday.
Right.
So good luck against the ungovernable, and you be safe.
Yep.
All right. Wow, Lenore.
I mean, was they harsh in that?
You're absolutely right. But this next person, Miss Christine, I'm bringing on, we haven't seen this person ever since the Fallout pay-per-view.
Oh?
The one and the only Mr. Casey Moran. Mr. Moran, how you been ever since your match against Dragon Queen?
I'm hanging in there. You know.
Yep. What have you been up to as of late?
Just getting ready, getting my mind set. I have other things going on, as you know. I am a belt collector of sorts, and so I'm always scheming and working my way.
A belt collector, but
Mm-hmm.
you weren't able to get the world championship?
Now, but it's not over, Christine. You think that this is over? This is not over whatsoever. And the great thing is that at the next pay-per-view, I get to win my championship, and I get to get rid of the 2 biggest thorns that have been plaguing me ever since I got back to EWA. The Dragon Queen and Glenn Sexton.
Yes.
I get to kill 3 birds with 1 stone. It's beautiful.
Of course. Now, my next question is, Dragon Queen still has your wife trapped in a dungeon. Are you even concerned about her well-being? Have you gotten any statuses on how she's doing? Or if she's alive?
Yeah, I have. It's, Dragon Queen thinks that she's smart, but she's not. She thinks she has all the answers, but she doesn't. I know my wife is perfectly fine. I have been in communication with my wife. That's all that needs to be said.
Okay. Well, that being said, and you do think that that's somewhat okay in a sense, from what I gathered.
My wife's a big girl. She can handle herself.
Now, Casey, let me ask you a question. You have seen the Ungovernable now take down Glenn Sexton.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any infiltrate with that at all?
Who, me?
Yes.
No. Well, why would I? The DMB turned his back on the family. Why? How would I have any, connection to what happened to poor Glenn Sexton?
I don't know. They always did. Looking back in 1998 when Vince McMahon, when he had nothing to do with anything, and then he was the leader of the whole thing. I get on Stone Cold. Can history repeat itself here?
I can promise you that I had nothing to do with Glenn Sexton getting jumped.
Okay.
All right.
Now, Casey, who have you been eyeballing here in EW ever since, besides Glenn and Miss Dragon Queen, the World Heavyweight Champion? Who has caught your eye as of late?
Who has caught my eye?
Yes.
I find that kind of funny. Who's caught my eye? Who? No one has caught my eye, Killa. I'm focused on one thing and one thing only, and that is the EWA Heavyweight Championship. I could care less about anybody else. Once I win said title, then I will worry about the target that is on my back. Because I promise you, there will be a lot of thirsty people looking to say that they were the one to take that title away from me.
Well, the good question is, are you going to be able to take it off Dragon Queen first before holding on a championship?
How high are you, Christine? Did you not listen to what I said just a couple minutes ago when I said that at the pay-per-view, not only will I win the title, but I will clip the two thorns that have been in my side these last couple of months? Glenn Sexton, the walking, talking monster, and Dragon Queen.
Yes, I've been listening to you.
Okay, I'm just making sure because you keep asking me these redundant rhetorical questions and I keep trying to answer them. Do you want me to placate that? What do you want me to say? That you think I'm going to lose? No. Why would anyone want to come on a talk show and talk about their opponents and say, "Yeah, I'm going to lose"? Why would I say that? Why would I degrade myself like that? That's not what winners do. Have I made any excuses about me losing? No. What have I done? I've looked forward and I have decided that the only way is to get through Glenn Sexton and the Dragon Queen. And you know what? Maybe after I take the title, those two can partner up and go after the tag team championships. because I hear they like tag teaming.
All right. Well, Killedy, I'm gonna let you handle this because apparently
Now,
I'm way too high for this.
Like I said earlier, I had gotten permission from the UWO ownership, the owners over there in UWO, to talk about this match that you're in,
Mhm.
the All-American Championship. Your thoughts on the 4 other men and a woman?
Okay. It seems that the only real person that realizes that this is a wrestling match is the Brit on the other side of the Atlantic. Everyone else has been, and maybe Darius Jones gets that this is a wrestling match. Mr. Dean is forgettable because he's barely even shown any interest in this match. And then you have Mr. Crowley and Mr. Chris Chaos. Yeah, I was able to snag a Funko Pop. Going out saying that they're the true All-American and then they're going to win the championship for you and you and you. Ladies and gentlemen, they'll be on the ballot box in November. This is a wrestling match. This isn't politics. You're not trying to get anyone to vote. You're not trying to win everyone over telling them why you are going to be the greatest All-American champion. What you need to do is just fight, win, and take said title.
That is very true. Now, like you said about Johnny Dean, the breakfast guy. Where do you think he's been?
Killa, I don't know, and I don't care. I don't. To me, he's a non-factor in this match.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But before you go,
Okay.
any last words to Dragon Queen and Glenn Sexton?
So my last words to Dragon Queen and Glenn Sexton is you reap what you sow. And you two have reaped your last reap. I'm getting what's mine. End of story. When it comes to those two.
Right. And any last words for the EWA roster?
Get ready for the era of ultra violence, because after this pay-per-view, I will be the EWA heavyweight champion of the world.
All right. Oh, Casey, thank you for coming on High News as always. It's a pleasure to see you.
Pleasure to talk with you. Remember, tune in Friday in UWO when I become the next All-American champion. Because like I stated, I am the title collector. And I get what I set my eyes on.
All right. Casey, thank you for coming on the show. All right.
Isn't he such a peach?
Strong words from him, though.
Hi.
While we wait for other people to show up, let's go over the card that we have here for this coming Monday. Now, Christine, I know you're a fan of women's matches. Big fan of it.
Oh, yes. Women's wrestling is big to me.
The first match is Southern Heart taking on Panther.
Oh, I mean, these two have had a rivalry for months and months. It's finally going to come ahead, and both women are going to showcase why they believe that they are the future, that they're evolving, that they're taking things to the next limit. So I give it up to both ladies for doing that.
Right. Now, who do you see coming up with the victory?
Well, I'm going to give this one to Panther.
Oh,
I think Panther has a lot of momentum, but needs to utilize it more. She has the right styles. She has the right oomph going for her. If she can pull all that together against Southern Heart, I think she's going to get the victory.
you're absolutely right. I mean, I know we haven't seen her as of late because she's been doing her own thing, but I could see that happening over Southern Heart myself. Non-title match. Ruby Knight taking on Ryan Duke.
This match has strong implications because Ruby Knight is the Starlet champion. Has been the champ. He is she is the longest reigning champion. If Ryan Duke can pull off a win against Ruby Knight, he gets a shot at the championship. Undeniably speaking, he gets that opportunity.
You're absolutely right. And I don't know if you went back, but Ryan Duke had an impressive debut against Mad T.
Yes, I saw some of that. I was able to catch it in my little mini office that they were trying to set up for me while on this conference call.
You're right.
I can see Ryan Duke, if he brings that same energy that he brought in his debut, I can see him being a threat to the Starlet Championship.
That I can. But we got some people who just showed up. Christine, I don't know if you watched that, but last night we kicked off EWA with a husband versus wife match.
Oh.
I don't know if you saw, but she is still celebrating her win over her husband, Charlie Meltzer, our head of security. Our GM, Alec Valencia Meltzer.
Hi.
Alec, I see you. I saw you were still celebrating after we got off the air.
I mean, I couldn't help myself. I actually proved a point.
Now,
you sure did.
Now, Alec, last night, no one thought you were going to pull that off, especially hitting the Cerebus Paradox. Cerebi's own move.
He gave me permission to use it, I was trained by him and Sabrina, considering Sabrina is, I'm gonna finally say this. Sabrina is my sister.
Oh.
So you have me, Nikki, and Sabrina.
Jesus.
Yeah. Surprise.
This is, new developments.
So having my brother-in-law and my sister actually train me, Cerebi gave me permission to use the F5, which, Christine, I don't know if you've seen Meltzer.
Oh, yes.
He's 6'4", 325.
Yeah, he's a giant.
I'm 5'3", 130.
Oh, jeez.
And I picked him up and gave him an F5.
Oh, boy.
Then I made him tap out, so.
Yeah.
You made your own husband tap out?
Yes, and she did not have to use a skillet either.
Nope. That's Sabrina's thing, not mine. I don't use skillets. She does.
Hit him with the frying pan.
Yes.
Well,
Sabrina has done that a couple times.
Yeah, Alec won her match fair and square.
Yeah, no trouble. But me hitting an the Cerberus Paradox is like, that one That one right there, Killer D, hitting a Canadian destroyer on Sarai.
Oh,
Yeah, I did. No one thought.
ouch.
No one thought I could do it, and I hit him with that Canadian destroyer.
Yup.
But Alec,
Yes. Oops.
I got your receipt last night.
Um,
You're
Well-
paying this one.
I have my own black card.
Uh-oh.
Remember?
You are paying this one. I saw the bill, and I was like, "How many bottles of champagne did she order?"
I mean,
She
I
got a little
celebrated-
bit of the bubbly.
You also
Little
got
bit
to
of the
think.
bubbly.
I celebrated with Derek Cole and Brody Cross too.
That's why. Jesus, fame and fortune.
Oh,
But
Jesus.
Alec, let's change the subject here. We have someone coming on who we haven't seen in a while. Now, Christine, I know you love female wrestling.
Oh, yes, I do.
The one and only Raven.
Oh,
Oh.
Raven.
Yeah.
Me? Oh, we haven't seen you in a while. What have you been up to?
Try to recover from what happened last time.
when she
Please
faced
elaborate.
Sabrina. When she faced Sabrina,
Yes. You did
Get
face
that?
Sabrina.
Well, the Malachi was a little bit
pissed off.
uh
I don't think he was expecting the two of y'all to go that rough with you being your first match back.
It was
That's
his
true.
idea for the match anyway, so
Now, yes, how have you been feeling since your no holds barred match?
how long has it been since then? I think because that healing chamber that we have sometimes forget things.
It
Right.
was 2 weeks ago, I believe. No, it was the week before Fallout.
Yes, there was a go home show before Fallout.
Yes.
So, Christine, take it away with the questions with Raven.
So, Raven,
Yes.
you are probably the only one that would know this. The countdown is Oblivion coming back?
Why do people want to spoil a surprise? I always say that it's like wait and see if that way might happen.
Well, we'll have to wait in 54 days now, will we?
Right.
I don't like when people want to ruin a surprise.
Now, as Raven, we saw in the beginning of the show last night with that countdown. With it said right on it, Oblivion is coming. So
It might be, it might not. Hey, it might say us, it might be someone else. Who knows?
that's
True.
That's true.
You don't
But
really know.
Raven, let me ask you a question. I know you were in that containment chamber, healing up. Was Darius there?
Have you not paid attention last time when Malachi popped in? When I finally got healed. It was his turn to switch places with me in it. So, I think you answered your own question.
Okay. Now, Raven, here in EWA, I know you have problems with Sabrina, but do we see a rematch with you two?
Maybe.
Now,
Maybe not. Again,
Alec,
that was
Yes.
Malachi's spot of calling it out.
right now, I don't remember. Did Raven pick up the win over Sabrina?
It was we didn't have a fair winter. Malachi just wanted us to stop fighting.
Oh,
So we don't know who could win it.
okay then. All right. Christine.
Now, Raven, do you see yourself competing full time on the roster since you are back? Or is it just you making an appearance and you're going to have to go back into the chamber and be gone?
That's not how that works at all with the chamber. It's supposed to be used for emergencies only scenarios. And what I've been through being choked out by him, you see, that would have been an emergency situation, almost being hanged by the former U.S. champion.
Yes. Now, how has your throat been feeling?
Kind of better. Even though there's still a little bit of a bruise still. Because of how tight that leather strap was.
Now, let me ask you a question. This goes back to your match, of course, with Sabrina. Didn't she bring out that same exact dog collar?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it did give me a little bit of a flashback, if you will. But
Can see
she
that
probably
definitely.
tasted her own medicine on bringing it for pissing me off.
Ooh.
And it's telling her to see how she liked it, how I got almost hanged to death. My dad, can't believe I'm about to say, it's been a while since we heard this. But how she felt being hanged by a berserk person.
Oh,
How she feels that seeing someone else being hanged.
I would not want to be anybody that got hung. I'm sorry.
Right.
Right. All right there, Raven. But before you go, Raven, any last words to the roster of EWA?
I might be gone for a bit, but I'm still around. I am still curious about one little thing before I go. Who in the hell is wearing that white face creepy mask and freaking out Malachi?
Freaking out Malachi. That dude freaked me out. He gave me the hiccups out of nowhere.
That was funny, though.
That was not funny. I couldn't breathe.
It was funny. All of a sudden, Killer D has like the most epic hiccups I've ever heard.
Like I couldn't breathe, man.
But we're not 100% sure. I mean, there's some.
There's still some
Talk.
questions that need to be answered, of course.
Yes,
But
what Killer D said, and I can't believe I'm actually agreeing with Killer D for once.
yeah. But all right, Raven. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah.
As always, good to see you.
Uh-huh.
And I do hope you feel better.
Right.
And be safe out there. All right. Wow, Raven. Wow, Christine. Raven.
Yeah, I mean, she's here and she's back for good.
Yeah.
But Alec, before you came out, came on,
Yes.
me and Christine over here are going over the card.
Yes.
And right now we are on the Rockstar Open Challenge. Rockstar taking on Nyx.
Ooh.
Nyx
Nyx is one that does intrigue me a little bit, to be
Now-
honest.
I don't know if Christine. I don't know if you watched it yesterday. Nyx came out with an Oblivion shirt.
Oh,
Huh?
I mean, that could either be a red flag or It could be something to the foreseeable future.
Maybe we
Never
don't
know.
know. Yeah, we never know. But your take on Nyx taking on Rockstar?
Are you asking me or
Yes,
Alex?
you. No, I'm
Yes.
asking you,
Oh.
Christine.
Oh, of course. Rockstar has been on a roll with his open challenges. He has been able to get victories out of nowhere,
Right.
but I have a feeling that Nyx could be the one to dethrone Rockstar in his open challenge.
I mean, last night we saw Rockstar in his open challenge taking on Jackson Thunder. And Jackson Thunder came in and just hit an Armageddon punch and basically deleted Rockstar last night.
Yes.
Jackson
Um,
Thunder actually beat Rockstar.
And this isn't the first time. It's the second time he's beat Rockstar.
Oh.
That is
yes.
right.
Nice. Now, match number 4 we have Christine. Alec was with me last night, so she knows what's going on with the card. So,
Lovely.
Christine, in a finishers match, the only way to win is to hit your opponent with their finisher. That's the only way to win.
Yeah.
We got Christine, we got a returning Voorhees
Oh.
Yeah.
taking on a returning Joe Rivers.
Oh.
Your take on that? Both combatants.
I mean, both men are returning. This is like their debut match or their coming back match. This is a huge game changer for each men because if one of them gets the win, that's some strong momentum for the future.
That's true, especially for both of them. But someone did pop in. Last night, he went through a grueling match and became, again, the number 1 contender for Lenore's IC title.
Oh.
And
Oh.
yes, he did beat Ryan Days, the one and only Tyler Extreme. Tyler, what a match last night with you and Ryan Days.
Thank you very much. I think it was a 5-star match.
How are you feeling?
Pretty bruised up a little bit, sore. But I give it to Ryan. It was one hell of a fight.
It definitely was something.
It definitely was. Me, of course, I called the action, and Alec was with me as well. And I mean, that oh my God moment that you had on Ryan Days, reversing his NRS.
Yeah,
Christine.
Wow.
It's hard to try to reverse a move like that.
It is. Christine, yeah. Ryan Days last night had the NRS. He had him on his shoulders. And when he flipped him over, Tyler Extreme landed right on his feet and hit him with his own finishing move. He got the 1, 2, 3. But Tyler Extreme had to crawl to get that 1, 2, 3.
Yes, it
Oh,
did.
wow.
I
bet.
It was brutal. It was brutal. I thought he almost had me there for a sec, and then I reversed that into the pedigree.
Exactly. Now you have a week off to heal from your bruising, from your grueling number 1 contenders match. Now, right, let's get right to it. What do you have to say to Lenore right away?
Oh, to that paper champion?
Wow.
That fluke of a champion?
Wow.
This fluke reign that she's had for a long time so far, and she's had successful title defenses, and according
Tyler,
against me, obviously, in that Elevation X match that we had.
yes, and let's talk about the Elevation X match. She hit the Nevermore kick right off that top of the post of the X. I don't know how she was able to. I mean, you were standing on that X, and she got you with it. Did you expect that to happen?
Yeah, she got one on she got one on me. She got lucky. But it's not gonna be like that at Apocalypse, I can tell you that.
But now I'll tell you this. So, and you and everybody else knows, at Apocalypse, our own CEO, Mr. Cody Cash, he is taking care of the entire thing. Me, Alec, our VP, Miss Rada Dildo, we all came to an agreement that this will be his show. And our HR, Miss Turner.
Okay.
So,
seems good.
If you have any questions for Apocalypse, you go see our head of creative, our CEO, Cody Cash. Now, like I said, you had one hell of a match last night against Ryan Days. What do you have to say to Ryan Days?
Well, for Ryan, he's one hell of a competitor. I give him all the credit in the world for what he did last night, and for the match that we had. That was probably one of the best matches of my career so far here in EWA.
I mean, you had some great matches here in EWA. You're not wrong on that.
Oh yeah, but this one has to be like a 5-star match. I mean, this is probably it was probably one of the craziest matches I've had.
Well, Christine?
Yeah, you absolutely proved why you are who you are. You're Tyler Extreme. What do you have in store for Lenore? Come you two facing off for the Intercontinental Championship.
Well, it's pretty simple. I want to take things to the very extreme at Apocalypse. I mean, you talk about how this Saturday is going to be Extreme Rules, and every match has a stipulation. Every match is going to be extreme. I want to take things at Apocalypse to the very extreme against Lenore, because I want to become the Intercontinental Champion, and I guarantee that I'm going to become Intercontinental Champion this time.
It's been tough, honestly. I've been watching.
And why do you think, because I've heard you mention that you think Lenore is a paper champion. Why do you think that she's a paper champion?
Well, ever since her title reign started a few months ago, and she started having good title defenses, it just became, I think all my extremists out there, all the fans that love me out there, they think that she's a fluke of a champion. I think a lot of the superstars in the back in the locker room think she's a fluke of a champion. But personally, I know she's a paper champion. He doesn't deserve to be Intercontinental Champion anymore. They need another hard-working Intercontinental Champion. That is me.
Interesting choice of words.
Very interesting choice of words. Very interesting choice of words. You're not wrong on that.
I know, Killa. You said that Cody Cash is going to be in charge of what's going to be happening at Apocalypse.
Yep,
he is.
And I know I'm going to ask. I know I'm going to ask him how to take things to the very extreme with this match, because I know me and Lenore do not want this to be no ordinary singles match. I want this to be one of the best matches of the night.
Yeah.
I think that if you could put on a 5-star match with Ryan Days And no offense taken on Ryan Days. He is a great competitor
He
as
is.
well. What do you think if you can bring that same energy to Ryan Days as you can do for Lenore? You could possibly walk out Intercontinental Champion, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's what I plan to do. I plan to make this the best match possible at Apocalypse. You know, I have the week off to, you know, to keep on training to get ready to get my body back into shape and to get ready for Apocalypse, because this is going to be the biggest match of my career here in MMA against Lenore, because this is the second time around. This is the second round between me and her. And Elevation X, I know it didn't work out for me, but this time I know it's definitely going to work out. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It's going to be a tough task.
It is, because knowing what Lenore went through to actually get the IC title, she had to go through Darius, and she ended up sending him 7 stories to the ground, which is why we haven't seen Darius at all since Royal Flush.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, watching everything that Lenore has done, she's not going to let that IC title go without
No, she's not.
without a huge fight.
Well, I know that she's not going to let that go without a fight, and I mean it's going to be one hell of a fight between me and her. But it's just, I mean, I know it's not going to be easy, like I've said in the past to, you know, the other competitors, but you know, if that every fight, you know, they put up one hell of a fight against me. Every competitor I've been against these past couple weeks and in the pay-per-views, I know Apocalypse is definitely going to be the one that I'm going to put Lenore down, and I'm going to put her down for good.
Right. I hear you on that. But you know, all right, so this is the part of the segment where before we send you off, any last words to Lenore?
Well, I'm sure Lenore is watching this right now, and Lenore, I want you to realize that come Apocalypse, that is your last day being the Intercontinental Champion. That is your last day holding that title. Because come Apocalypse, I am taking the Intercontinental title away from you in one way or another. I can be a bloody mess if I have to, and I will take the Intercontinental title away from you.
And you saw what Lenore said. She was right there. She went, So it's going to be interesting to see the two of you in a match.
Very interesting indeed.
All right. Well, Tyler,
and whatever type of match they come up with, I'm all for it.
There you go. All right. Well, Tyler Extreme, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And good luck against Lenore again.
All right. Thank you, guys.
You have a good one.
Thank you.
Whoa, Tyler Extreme.
He is fired up.
Yeah, he's ready.
He is definitely fired up. But let's get back to the card, like you said, Christine, about Joe Rivers and Voorhees.
Now, since both of them are coming back and it is a finishers match, the first person to pin
No,
They're
no,
No,
nope.
no.
The first person hit their finisher.
No pin, no submission, nothing.
Yeah, it's the first person hit their finisher.
okay. That is very random.
Basically, you remember back in the day where remember back when we were playing No Mercy on N64?
No.
Okay, well back on playing against on No Mercy on Nintendo 64. There was basically it's a TKO, technical knockout kind of style match.
Okay.
You have to hit your basically the way to win is to hit your finisher on your opponent. It's like if Alec over here hit the Cerebus Paradox on Ruby Knight. Right?
Okay.
She would win the match.
Wow, I feel dumb.
Hey, it's okay. How stoned are you? Let's talk, man.
So I mean, anyone can really win this.
You're absolutely right. This next match number 5 we have is two debuts. We have Bloka coming out with Artemis taking on Randy Justice.
And we actually saw Artemis for the first time last night.
Oh.
If you heard Mad T's promos against Ryan Duke, he kept mentioning the goddess of the OGs. So, and that's who Artemis is. But the two debuts, because we're not worried about Artemis, we're worried about Bloka and Randy Justice.
Yes.
Of course.
Now it's a regular singles match, pinfall submission, you know, the normal routine on that one. Your take?
Well, both competitors are new. They're coming out in their debuts. Like I said in the last one, this is a momentum builder. So whoever can win and get the pinfall in this match moving forward, they will have the momentum for the future. And will Artemis, I'm probably saying it wrong.
No, you're saying it right.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about my Greek mythology right now because that's going in my head.
There's nothing wrong there. That's a great concept to think about, Miss Christine. Smart thinking right there.
Putting the education to good use.
Christine, hold on. Before guess who popped in? Our HR, Miss Turner. What's up?
Oh
Kitty.
boy.
She got a kitty cat.
Kitty.
Whoa. Look at this. 2 debuts. John May talking about maybe debuting.
Wow.
Whoa, John, we haven't seen John. Now, mind you, John May hasn't really been signed yet. And he's already talking about taking lives. Make lives a living hell because he can. I mean, now, Miss Turner.
Never say never.
You're absolutely right. Now, we were talking up. Now, Miss Christine was having her opinion on Bloka and Randy Justice. So go ahead.
Right. Now, Artemis could play a factor in this match. People that have accompanied said competitor can play a role in the match. So the odds are not really on the other competitor, Randy Justice, but I've seen Randy Justice. I know what he's capable of. I say he can get the victory. That's who my money's on.
Randy Justice. Wow.
It is possible because
is possible.
sometimes the odds don't work in the favor of those people. You know, Loka may have Artemis by his side, which I've been doing my research, and I think that's exactly who you're thinking of. I think that's where she gets her name.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
All right.
So
And-
what did I miss while I was dealing with paperwork and bills because someone put their bill on my desk instead of paying their own money? Killer.
No. That's over here with Miss GM over here. I have it right here because she was with Brody and freaking
Derek.
Derek Cole.
What did I told you about hanging out with them?
She had, mind you, she used her own black card, not mine. Not
Yep.
mine.
That's
She's
why
paying
he
her-
has.
She's paying her own bill this time.
Man, why is on my desk? You forgot to did the mailman forgot to switch our mails again?
Yep.
Oh,
Just,
he,
just.
mother trucker. It does say, Miss Turner. I'm sorry, Miss Turner. It does say your name on it. I don't know why it was on my desk.
They switched mails again because I was supposed to get the one that I did. Then Miss
Yeah,
Turner was
this is
supposed to
this
give
is
her
right
own,
here.
'cause
Oh,
Because
jeez.
you gave us black cards for each.
Yes, I did. And by the way, Miss Christine, I don't know if you checked your mailbox.
My mailbox.
Yes, I sent you your own black card. That you were part of my result, my here on my high news, my co-host here, and sometimes you do help me with results. I gave you your own black card.
Man, I'm only good when useful. I see how it is.
But you are the hottest bitch of EWA.
I try.
So, I mean that's my little surprise to you.
Well, thank ya.
Your very own black card. Now we're on. Now, mind you, Miss Turner, we had some people come on. We had Casey Moran come on. Ruby Knight came on.
That's
Of
a name
course,
I
Chris
haven't heard in a
Chaos
while.
came on.
What that surprised me earlier was with Mr. Extreme still thinking about Lenore being a paper champion. But, like, does he forget about her history here in EWA?
I don't know.
I mean, he can do his research. That's part of the psychology of the ring, is studying your opponent and knowing the ins and outs of your opponent.
That's true. As John May is already targeting his first victim. Tyler Extreme is a paper competitor.
Oh, very strong words.
Very strong words by John May, indeed. I think people call him Big Sexy, mind you.
Big sexy John May. Yep.
Alec, you know John May very well over in the Asylum.
Uh-huh.
He's your what champion is he? Is he a
Nope.
champion?
Big sexy is not a champion.
Oh, he's not, man. Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been over to the Asylum to help with commentary.
That's
Yes.
that's Dark Savior.
Dark Savior, that's his name. Okay.
That's our asylum champion.
Oh, okay. Gotta say, it's been a while since I've been on commentary to help out over there. But let's get to this next match, Christine. This is something that you're not familiar with. I don't think you ever watched this kind of match before here in EWA. I think it might be a first. I don't remember. But we have an Inferno match.
Oh,
Ooh.
The Arsonist taking on Weapon X.
Of course, arsonist, Inferno. Makes sense.
the puns, man. The puns.
So puns is right. So your take on that match?
Arsonist and Weapon X. Weapon X is showing a little bit of what he's capable of. I think he's capable of more. He just needs to express it in detail.
You're absolutely right.
Now, Arsonist, he knows the business inside and out. He's been here a very long time. he has an edge on someone like Weapon X, who is new to this environment. In this kind of match, it is every person for themselves in a sense of using the flames to your advantage.
You're absolutely right.
The first person to light someone on fire in the flames wins this match. I've done my research. And I have to give this to Arsonist.
Just by his name, I can understand Arsonist pulling out with the victory over Weapon X. I can see that. But here's the thing, Miss Christine. What if Weapon X beats Arsonist in his own game?
That is true. That can happen.
So what's your take on that?
It's like student and teacher. Think about it this way. Arsonist is the teacher. He's the elder teacher that has been there for years. And then you get this young buck teacher coming in with some new moves, new tactics, and the old teacher has to adapt to the new teacher.
You're absolutely right there.
So Weapon X could use his skills to his advantage than Arsonist using his own skills.
Right.
So
You're absolutely right. It's okay, Alec. I know you're probably going to buy another bottle of champagne.
a little bit of the bubbly.
A little bit of the bubbly. Okay, I don't know what's going on. We're having technical difficulties on her end. But, Christine, the next match we have going on. Dante Hardcore taking on Ryan Mayhem.
Yes, in a singles match. Now, Dante Hardcore is trying to bounce back from he lost to Ruby Knight.
Yes.
This is kind of a redemption match in a way. So he needs redemption when it comes to getting a win and making it count. So this is the perfect opportunity. But Ryan Mayhem, on the other hand, he has nothing to lose, but everything to gain. So I think if Dante Hardcore can get his head together, he could come out the victor against Ryan Mayhem.
You're absolutely right. And like I said, Dante Hardcore did just have a recent loss against our Starlet champion here. And he's trying to, you're absolutely right, trying to bounce back from that loss. And so is Ryan Mayhem, two people who lost to Ruby Knight.
Of course.
So, but let's get to this next match. This next match is a tables match.
Ooh.
Kenzo Blackheart taking on Ryan Days.
Kenzo Blackheart is a man of strategy. He's like a poker player. He has his poker face on 24/7, 7 days a week. Ryan Days just had a huge, hellacious match with Tyler Extreme. Is he going to show the effects of that match come this tables match? Is the big question.
Right.
Kenzo Blackheart if he plays his chips right,
Oh, Mr. Davis.
My buddy Davey. There she is. There's your Miss Turner, Davey. There she is. But continue, Christine.
man, I wish I had a man in my life.
Christine, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm
Life happens.
single.
It's okay, Christine. Life happens. Remember, the big man upstairs. I'm not a big believer here. Killer D's not a believer. I'm a hippie for a reason. I'm all about love, not war. But I do own a wrestling company, and there's war. There's a lot of war that happens. So I don't know what's going on with my brain.
Have the rosters demonic.
Wait. Don't. Hey, Miss Turner. Don't say that name. You know what happens if you call that name out.
Oh geez. But as I was saying, so if Kenzo Blackheart can play his chips right and actually pull himself together.
Oh, you want to see what
Whoa.
Oh.
I think you're referring to you, Christina.
I don't know.
Yeah, Christine.
Hi.
But you were saying about this tables match.
So I hate to say this, but I think Ryan Days is gonna pull the upset.
Whoa. I mean, Ryan Days was the first one to come out right after Monday Night Evolution and drop his first promo. He didn't even wait. Usually we're waiting on Ryan Days, but this time I think something's up with Ryan Days. And you know what? See him come out right away. That impresses me.
I will never complain when a talent comes out right away.
Yep, I will not complain about that, especially with Ryan Days. All right, Christine, this next match is a steel cage match
that Sarah asked for.
Yes, Sarah asked for his match. It's Sarah taking on Dollface, one member of the Ungovernables versus the one member of the Pact.
Well, a steel cage match is very, very devious. A steel cage match is very unforgiving.
Yes.
Just like Hell in a Cell. So, inside of a steel cage, you put Sarah, who has all the emotion in the world, against Dollface inside of a steel cage. What are they thinking?
I think because that's one way that he doesn't have both factions won't interfere, stuff like that.
Miss Turner's got a point, Christine.
That is true, but
there's no ceiling. The ceiling's open.
That, and plus, the steel cage door can be opened for someone to walk out of it.
Yeah.
Well, not wrong on there.
So, the $1 million question is, are these emotions going to play a factor inside of this steel cage with Dollface? But Dollface just does not give a fuck.
No, she does not.
She does not. If she can manipulate Sarah, she will do it.
I don't know that has to be the case with how Sarah has been acting recently since the whole Malachi kidnapping his wife and how frustrated he was in the tag.
Exactly. Emotions. That
Mhm.
plays into emotions.
Seeing
That's
Sabrina.
Speaking of their doll, there she is in the comments right
There
there.
she is.
Hello.
Dollface.
Hello, darling.
Dollface. If you see, I've sent the link out to people. If you see the link, pop on in. We'd like to have some conversation with you, if you have the time.
But I am going to throw my cards out in a row,
Yep.
and I'm gonna say Dollface has the advantage over Sarabide.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh.
Now, mind you guys, let me Alec, Miss Turn, let me ask you two something. Is this the first time we've seen Sarabide and Dollface face off in EWA?
Yes, I can actually confirm that it is.
Wow. All
But
right.
after what we witnessed last night, it was, like I said, it was Sarabide who asked for this match.
Yes, he did. He came. Now, mind you, he did go to our own Cody Cash. He went right into his office and demanded this match, and Cody Cash signed off on it.
He did.
Now, Christine, this next match is a street brawl hardcore title match. Ember Lynn taking on Scabs.
Oh, geez. Not
It's a-
her.
Bare knuckle
Pig,
brawl.
man.
It's basically a bare knuckle brawl style of match.
Well, that bitch is creepy.
Is she much of a brawler? I don't think she's much of a brawler tied to Scab.
Well, we'll see what happens this coming Monday.
Yeah, we just have to wait. That's all we
but
can do.
Christine, go ahead.
You really think Emberlyn cannot brawl?
I don't think she's much of a brawler. She's more of a hardcore person and more a technical than a brawler.
But think about this. You're put into an environment where brawling is acceptable, but so can hardcore.
Mhm.
So this is the ultimate test of hardcore versus a brawler.
Pretty much.
Mhm.
And it is for the hardcore championship.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Emberlyn also kind of carries a wild card in her back pocket. I mean, could we see someone pop in there like Malachi or anyone getting involved in some way, shape, or form?
Probably, maybe. Who knows?
Anything is possible.
Yeah, anything is possible. I mean, this bitch is psycho. I'm gonna have to go with Emberlyn on this one.
Oh, wow, Christine. All right, Christine. Our co-main event. It is a street fight and a rematch for the U.S. title. The champion, Omen, taking on Brooks.
Bad idea.
Care to elaborate?
Do we really know if Brooks is 100%
Yeah,
after his shoulder?
he faced off against DMB last night. He was 100%.
Whoa. Hold on. Someone just came back out. Chris, Chaos, what's up? I mean, we're going over the card, so I guess you're here to listen to what's going on with this. But Christine, go ahead.
Well, I mean, he can say he's 100%, but this street fight can be the ultimate test of if he still has it with his shoulder. Because in a street fight, anything could happen. Anything goes. You can use any kind of weapon you want. There is no rules in a street fight.
Whose shoulder are you referring to?
Brooks.
Injured shoulder or not, I wouldn't count Brooks out.
I guess which way Mr. Clean seems to be delusional by her own dollface. After she beat Frank Paul. But continue, Christine.
So, and the Omen, every time, well, the last time the Omen and Brooks were in the same ring together was when they had their bout non-title, and they about killed each other in a death match.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but the Omen's gonna come out the victor.
Oh.
Whoa, guys, hold on. We got someone who just came out. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is facing Dollface in the steel cage match that he requested.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Sarabai. Sarabai, welcome to High News.
Hey guys,
Hi.
thanks for having me.
Hi, brother-in-law.
Let's talk,
Hey, sister-in-law.
man. Now, Sarabai, you requested
Mm-hmm.
this match.
Yeah, I did, and I had a
Now-
lot of good reason.
Why? Can you care to elaborate, please?
Well, as you guys well know, I've been going through hell the last few months, and I ended up going to Dr. Boga and had a nice long conversation with him over after the show on Monday, and we both agreed it's time for me to not be moping around at home. Sabrina would want me to do what's best, and that's what I do best is act kick ass.
Yes. I
And
can attest
out
to
of,
that one.
and out of all the roster, Dollface is the one that's been impressing me the most. And what better way to get back on the trail, if you will, than go after her?
Whoa, I mean, I know when I was here doing results, and you went to our own CEO, Cody Cash, demanding this match, but my thing is, besides why, of all people, Dollface,
Mainly because
out of anybody, part of the Ungovernable, you chose Dollface.
I see a lot of myself in her in a way. The temper is the same, the drive is the same, and being locked inside a steel cage, it brings out a little bit of the insanity.
Well, you did marry
And-
my sister, so
We won't go over the wedding gift you sent.
but
But
continue.
Dollface, like I said, is one of the ones that has impressed me the most. I could have won on DMB. I could have went after Fury. But Dollface, if I can actually get in the ring and beat Dollface, a name in this business, that means I'm back on the right track to the path I've been wanting to get on ever since I got into this little feud with Malachi for over a year.
You almost said it.
Yeah, I know, I almost did. But I think I've earned the right to call him that, and he and I have been kicking each other's ass for a year plus.
But let me ask you a really, really quick question, because I have been wondering about this since last night. Did you see that she had finally busted out of the hourglass?
That was actually the other reason why I decided it's time.
Whoa, Sarah, I don't mean to interrupt you. I apologize. I don't like interrupting you. I mean, you and I had our history. We had our
We
past.
have our history, but what you got?
You and I did squash our beef, and I hit you at Canadian Destroyer.
Yes.
Yeah, that, like I said, that impressed me. That did it.
Dolphus. Aw, look at you. Trying to convince yourself you can deal with me. And Legion, oh, Legion. Whoa.
Let's see, Dolly. I don't want the doll face that. I want this sure doll face. I want the badass. I want you at your 110%. If you don't have that, don't even come out of the fucking locker.
Oh.
Ouch.
Shots fired.
Shots fired indeed. Shots fired, no doubt about that. Now, Sarabai.
Yes.
Okay. We haven't seen you in a little bit. Now I'm going to ask you the toughest question. Your Hollywood street fight at Fallout, losing the tag team titles, and Brody Cross coming back.
That hurt a lot.
I
It
don't
not
know how
only-
to hurt you the worst that your own sister-in-law came there to party with them afterwards.
Miss
Well-
Sarah, I still got your bill, by the way. Sarah, this is Alex's bill from partying with them.
I'm so sorry, Sarabai, but
You and I are talking at dinner on Sunday night, kid.
oh hell no.
You know what? You were in 2 matches and you lost both matches. Not only against the tag team titles, but you lost against Malachi.
The tag title loss hurt because at the time, I didn't know if I was going to get Sabrina back. And those tag titles were the last remnants I had of her that was in my possession. But losing to Malachi, it literally broke my spirit. It broke my being, if you will.
Oh.
And by the way, Dolly had to say this. Sweetheart, someone else told me the same thing and I buried them alive. Try harder, Teddy. Ouch. She called
All
you a
right, let me
teddy
try
bear.
it this way, Annabelle.
Whoa!
I'll burn your
Oh!
house down. I'll burn your dollhouse down.
Wow.
Damn.
Well then.
Wow.
At least you didn't threaten to put her on the damn top shelf like you do my sister.
I want to put you on the damn top shelf.
I don't know who this is, but laying hands on Dollface is a real bad idea no matter how you look at it. It's that person in a dollhouse. That's it. That's all you got?
Well, I was trying to be nice, but-
Sarabai, I mean, the last time you acted like this, Malachi had to call you out. Where's the old school Sarabai? The anger Sarabai? Where is that guy? Is he too much of a coward to come out?
No. You see, the old school Sarabai, he's still there. But he's got a little more control over than what he used to be. But if you keep pushing me just a little too hard, Harley Quinn, I'll make sure that face paint is all red.
Oh, wow. Wow. Christine, any questions for Sarabai?
Where do I begin at this point? I'm at a loss for words a little bit. What are your thoughts about being inside of a steel cage, even though you requested this type of match, with your emotional state being as it is? What are your thoughts about being locked inside of a steel cage?
You're asking me, and I'm going to put it more at what you're trying to ask me. How I'm going to feel being locked inside a steel cage as unhinged as my mental state is. Is that a better way to put it?
Thank you for correcting me, because, everyone thinks I'm dumb at this point, but go ahead.
No, I don't think you're dumb, but I think
I'm not.
Hey, wait a minute, Christina. I have never once considered you anything than a most intellectual of woman.
Exactly.
They're not wrong, Christine.
I've never thought you were dumb, but I think that was the question you were trying to ask, and you just didn't know how to bring it about without insulting me. Being inside a steel cage is like being locked inside a room with no door. The only way you can leave is beat your opponent to the point you can either pin them, submit them, or you walk out the door. Dollface is not going to be the opponent that is going to be easily beaten. I guarantee it, I'm not going to be able to make her submit because she's too damn crazy. But who knows? I may lose this match. I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to win it. But it's going to be one hell of a test to see if I can bring out the old Sarabai. Because I couldn't even bring him out from Malachi.
You're absolutely right. Now, Sarabai, before you go, your final thoughts, words to Dollface.
My final words for Dollface is be the angry Dollface I know you are. Be the destructive bitch I know you can be.
Whoa.
I don't want a watered down, washed out version. I want Dollface. I don't want the coloring book version.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow. All right. Sarabai, thank you for coming on High News, and good luck in your steel cage match.
Thank you.
Yes.
Whoa. Strong words from Sarabai. But now, Christine, let's get to this main event. This coming Monday, the Ungovernable, DMB and Jackson Fury take on the Pact, Lenore Lennon, John Reggins.
I mean, what can I really say? You got the Pact that is somewhat holding itself together still, with the effects of each member dealing with their own issues. You have Lenore and John, who are still a developing tag team.
Right.
In a sense. And then you have the Ungovernable with DMB and Jackson Fury. You have two men that can somewhat gain something from this, but also Lenore and John had a devastating loss against Fame and Fortune. So they have vindication on their mind.
That they
in
do.
a way. I'm gonna give this to the Pact. I think Lenore and Reggins can get the job done.
Okay. Wow. I mean, that with them having vindication with, them being there. Oh, hey, Meltzer.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
Hi.
It's okay. I mean, you're. By the way, Meltzer, this is your fucking wife's bill. That's named. And mind you, on the front of it, it's Miss Turner, registered to Miss Turner.
Oops.
How much is that bill?
Don't ask.
She partied with Fame and Fortune.
Miss Turner, I'm passing the bill off to you because I will not pay it.
But anyways,
I'm paying it my damn self.
but
Go away.
Miss Christine, you're giving it to the pact.
Yep.
All right. Well, guys, this has been another episode of High News. I am your owner, Killer D. This is the hottest bitch of EWA, Miss Christine. Got our GM, Alec Valencia Meltzer. We got our HR, Miss Turner, head of security, Charlie Meltzer, and a returning Chris Chaos back on the show. Always a pleasure to have him here. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you this Monday on Monday Night Evolution Fight Night. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all